I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-macabre, it's time for the only news that matters. And Steve ZETRO SOUZA has made his first comment since his latest departure from Exodus, saying that he was let go from the band. Last month, it was announced that Exodus had parted ways with singer Steve ZETRO SOUZA and had been rejoined by Rob Dukes. SOUZA joined Exodus in 1986 after previously fronting the band Legacy, which later became Testament. He remained in the band until their hiatus in 1993, but rejoined them for 2 years between 2002 and 2004. Dukes had joined Exodus in 2005 following Souza's departure and remained until 2014 where Souza rejoined. Souza addressed his latest exit from Exodus in the comments section below an Instagram post hinting that he was contributing lyrics to the next Testament album. When one of ZETRO's followers wrote, "We need a statement why you left Exodus again." And the singer replied, "Really no statement. I was let go." If you read the band's statement, it says, Exodus has parted ways. Not ZETRO has parted ways. After another one of his followers asked, "Why did you leave Exodus?" ZETRO replied, "I did not leave. I was let go. Exodus parted ways with ZETRO." When Exodus announced Souza's latest departure on January 15th, the band wrote in a statement, "We thank Steve for his years fronting the band and all the killer music we made during that time. We wish him only the best in the future and much success in anything that he does. And please help us welcome Rob Dukes back to Exodus. We are beyond stoked to have Rob back, ripping up the stage with us, and he's looking forward to crushing everything like only he can. Next chapter begins. New record rolls along as planned, and the beatings will continue." Now, Dukes joined Exodus in 2015 and appeared on 4 of the band's studio albums. Shovel-Headed Kill Machine, which I dig. The Atrocity Exhibition, Exhibit A, I didn't like. Let There Be Blood, I really didn't like. And Exhibition B, The Human Condition. Didn't care for it. But when Exodus parted ways with Souza in 2004, Exodus guitarist Gary Holt blasted the singer over circumstances that led to his departure, calling ZETRO human crap and claiming ZETRO pulled out of going to Mexico City only about 24 hours before we were ready to leave. If only you could have heard some of the shit that was coming out of his fat pie hole over the last couple of years. Things like, why does Jack Gibson, the bass player, get the same money as me? Who the hell is he anyway? We should hire bodyguards for South America. If the fans want more than 12 songs out of me, they should pay more money. They are getting their money's worth already. Why is Gary in the front of this promo picture? I should be in the front. That's copyright infringement. True, he said that. There is so much more shit you wouldn't believe. This motherfucker sat backstage and cried at this festival in Finland like a pussy. Wah! Now you can get your fat fucking ass at home and go off your Atkins diet like it worked, lard ass, and blow out some of as much as you like. Man, I don't remember this vile ass interview back in the day. Boy, that goes up there, man. I mean, it's like that Motley Crue interview where they're making fun of Vince Neil's weight, you know. All right, in a separate posting at the time, Gary Holt elaborated on the circumstances that led ZETRO's 2004 dismissal from the group. He said, it's like this. Who in their right mind would put up with this kind of bullshit? Yes, we did a killer job on the new album, but mainly because we did not allow him to fuck everything up with his stupid Bon Scott impersonations anymore. We made him sing more like Paul Baloff. You know, I tried to make it work more than you can imagine, but he is the most miserable pile of crap to be around. Damn. Wow. He said, I ended the band in 93 because I could not stand the motherfucker. I vowed I'd never be in a band with him again. This time it seemed he had changed. For a while, you know, in 2002, we were returning from Europe and he called our booking agent and had him send the remaining deposits to him. And he promptly stole the rest of our money. He was paid more than anyone from our U.S. tour. These shows would have paid him, you know, us and helped us, you know, get caught up to him. But since his ass wasn't getting all the money, he bailed on us, thinking he would take his ball and go home, ending the game. Well, I got some news, motherfucker. Gary Holt does not go down that easily. Oh, but as for ZETRO, he does think he could always go solo. I've heard him say it myself. Best of luck. You're going to need it, fat ass. Damn. All right, anyway, Exodus recently announced two very special Bonded by Blood 40th anniversary shows, falling upon late original vocalist Paul Baloff's birthday on his weekend of his birthday, April 25th, taking place in Berkeley, California on Friday. April 25th at UC Theater in Anaheim, California on Saturday, and April 26th at the House of Blues. That show will feature Exodus performing Bonded by Blood in its entirety, plus more hits. And each show will feature direct support from Death Angel, Blind Illusion, and Nukem will be opening the Berkeley dates, and Hyrax and Nukem will be opening the Anaheim dates. Special edition Bonded by Blood merchandise will also be available. You know, although Exodus rarely gets mentioned alongside the so-called Big Four of the 80s thrash metal, Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, and Anthrax, the Bonded by Blood LP inspired the likes of Testament, Death Angel, Violence, and many others to launch their career, and is considered one of the most influential thrash metal albums of all time. And I have to agree with that. But yeah, man, wow. Did Gary Holt ever go off on SOUZA back in 2004? I don't remember reading anything like that. Boy, there was some bad blood. Craziness. And it's crazy because I remember back in the day, man, everybody online did not like Rob Dukes at all. But now, I'm seeing a lot of positive stuff about Rob Dukes. There's a lot of people out there, to my surprise, that don't like ZETRO but like Rob Dukes. I understand if people don't like either one of the two, but man, there's a Dukes camp now out there that, you know. And you know, I may not be a fan. I like the Show I Had a Kill Machine. I did like that album. And I thought Rob Dukes, I saw Exodus live with him, and I thought he was a good frontman. Even though I wasn't so much into the music of the later stuff he did with Exodus, especially the Bonded by Blood album should not have been done. But either way, he's a good frontman. He made the people do, like, you know, what do they call that? You know, he separates the crowd and makes them mosh together in the count of three. I thought that was pretty, you know, interesting, you know. And, but you know, ZETRO, man, I'm really a big fan of Temple of the Damned. I thought, you know, the other albums had songs I liked, but Temple of the Damned to me is like my second favorite Exodus album. Then I would go with Joe had a kill machine. You know, that I'd put that at third. Where, of course, Bonded by Blood, they never will top. I've realized that now, 40 years later, that Exodus will never top or even get close to. As much as I love Temple of the Dam, in my opinion, this is my musical opinion, it just doesn't come close. There's a magic to Paul Bailoff. His voice, to me, it's so unusual and out there. And it's not for everybody. I understand there's certain people that can't get into it. I fucking worship it. Like Sean Killian had his own thing, you know. I love that uniqueness. And, you know, SOUZA has a unique voice too, but it's not as viciously crazy as Paul Bailoff, man. God, I'm so happy I got to see Paul Bailoff at least twice. And one of the times was the Thrash of the Titans, where it's like either weeks or before he died. So I got to see one of his last performances, and that was awesome. He came out with, he did Brain Dead with Steve Souza. It was just a magic night. And yeah, man, rest in peace, you know, Paul Bailoff, man. And whatever, man, this is something that's pretty funny how it's so divided now. Where, shit, if SOUZA would have left back in, let's say, after the first or second Rob Duke's album, I think a lot of people would be happier than they are today. But it's kind of like split down the middle, man. There's the SOUZA, and there's the Rob Duke crowd that came out of nowhere now, you know? Which is, you know, what are you? What side are you on? I'm on Paul Bailoff's side. Leave me out of that other mess, you know? But let me know in the comments below what you feel about this, and, you know, what the hell happened between SOUZA and Gary Holt for him to be kicked out. I'd love to know. Maybe it'll be out one day. We'll see. But thank you so much for watching The Only News That Matters. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and like the fucking video, man. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a cob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.